previously you should have learned how to calculate a sample or population standard deviation using a table. You do this by hand with a calculator, and it takes a lot of work if you have a lot of data and there's a lot of room for error. If you're taking this in class and have an in-class paper test, most likely you will be asked to use that method. But if you have large amounts of data, you're checking your work at home, or if you're working on an online program, I'm going to show you how to use Excel to do that. So I'm in Hawk's Learning, and this question is asking me to calculate a population variance and a population standard deviation. Now this isn't a lot of data, but if there were 20 or 30 items here, it would be a lot to do by hand. This gives me the option to copy this list, which I can click on. Data is now in the clipboard. So now I'm going to go over to Excel, and I've already set up a file. You have this file available to you. But this file, I'm going to use column A to take this data. So I'm going to click in column A, then I'm going to right click and paste the data. So you'll see this is the same numbers that I just copied. Now what I want to do is use this to calculate those things that we're asked of. So over here I've given you some of the basic formulas, not all of them, but enough to kind of help you do the hard parts if you are trying to check yourself or save some time. Over here is a list of the items that you can calculate, and beside them are the formulas. So I want to calculate the population variance, which my formula over here is, and we'll go right underneath my data. So my data ended at A10. I'm going to go down to A11. Equals var.p, and you should see a little description coming up, but I'm going to do an open parentheses, and this is going to allow me to select the data that I want to calculate the population variance for. So I'm going to hold and select, and then I can just hit enter, and it tells me that the population variance was 61.21. Now, depending on what you have to do in the online application, you may have to round that, or you may have to tell it to give you more decimal places. Same thing here. I'm going to do it with the population standard deviation. So equals stvev.p from the list. Open parentheses will let me select the data I want. Be careful to only go down to A10 in this one. And I'll hit enter, and there is my population standard deviation, 7.82, which should be the square root of the variance. So this will allow you to use as large a data set as you want. So if there were 30 items, you could just copy and paste them in here and just come below the list. So that's why I don't have it set up to do a certain number. And the formulas in Excel are very flexible. They're just a template, so you can use as many of them as you want. All right. If you have questions about it, let me know.